and welcome to another Zenfi tutorial. As you can tell by the title of this video, today we're going to be going over how you can automate the process of generating sales quotes in PDF format and even adding a custom watermark to all of your documents. So let's go ahead and get started. The first step to any Zenfi flow is to set up your trigger, which in Zenfi is the action that initiates your flow. In this case, we're making use of the Zenfi form trigger, meaning that every time there's a response to our form, our flow will begin. Now, to be able to configure our form, we're going to click on this icon here, and you're able to add questions just as you would with a Google form. So if you click here, add field, you're able to select the type of answer, if it's going to be short text, paragraph, multiple choice. You can change the color of your form. You even have the option to click on this icon. This is called a token picker, and you can insert data. For example, if you want to add the email of the person, the submit time. Now, there are some added benefits to using a Zenfi form over a Google form, which I will get to in a second, one of them being the token picker. But one of my favorites is the option to be able to select lookup. Now, as you can see, all of these questions are for the quote, for example, the name of the company, their full name, the product they need, and the quantity. However, this one I selected lookup. If I were to do this with a Google form, I would probably choose a multiple choice. However, Zenfi does give you the option to be able to create a table. For example, here I have created a table called products. I have a column for the product and for the price. And what lookup allows you to do is to share different values from the table. In this case, I'm showing all of them. So if we click here in the clause, I'm able to say that when the product is not null, meaning please return all of the products that are not empty. And this makes it really easy because whenever you add a product to your table or you remove one, you don't have to go back and change your form as well, which makes it really easy. And you can also select which fields you want to display. So in this case, I just want to show the product, but not the price. And once we get to the portion of the video in which we actually run the flow, I'll be able to show you how this would show inside of the form. Now that we have our Zenfi form ready to go, we're going to create a Google Doc, which will serve as our template to be able to insert the information with the answers from the Zenfi form. So as you can see, I've indicated different placeholders using two curly brackets, meaning I'm going to insert information into these spaces. Now, the first action inside of our flow is the current date and time action. I'm going to use this to be able to add the date to my document. Here you're able to select different formats, so choose the one that you like the most, and you're also able to change the time zone in case you want to add the time as well. The next action we have is called Get Record. What this is going to do is help us retrieve the different columns for the item they selected inside of the form. So here what you would do is select the table that you want to get the record from, and you're going to have to indicate the record ID. So using this icon, as mentioned previously, the token picker, I want to know which product that they want to get quoted for, which is one of the questions on the form. And now what do I want to retrieve? I want to retrieve the price and the name of the product. Now, the next action we're going to use is going to help us calculate the final cost. To be able to calculate the cost, we're going to make use of the maths operation action, and we're going to need to multiply the cost of the item by the quantity. To be able to do that, we're going to click here on the token picker, go to the previous action, open up the record. We're going to get the price. We're going to choose the operation multiply, and for the second number we're going to need the quantity, which is another one of the questions on the form. So to do that, we're going to open up the trigger, go to form data, and it would be this token here. Now that we have all of the information we need to be able to create our quote, we're going to use this action called generate document using template. What you're going to do first is set up your connection. This is going to grant Zenfi permission to be able to access your Google Doc and create your document. So you're going to click here on create new connection. This connection can be private or shared. Once you click on authorize, you're going to be able to select which file you want to use as a template. So you would click here on the Google Drive icon and find it on your Google Drive. Then you would need to select where you want to save the file, so you would need to choose a folder. Again, click on the Google Drive icon and select a folder on your drive. And here you're able to indicate the file name you want it to be saved under. So I just put quote 4 and their email. I'm going to use the token picker to be able to get their email, initiator email, and it would be this one. Now, very important that we select Generate PDF and we turn this option on. And now down at the bottom, we're going to be able to see all the placeholders inside of our document. So all we have to do is indicate which value we want to replace there. We can either use the token picker or you can manually write information. So all you have to do is match up. For example, this is the current date, so I would go to the token picker, go to current date, choose a formatted result. If I want to get their name, I would go here, go to the question that is their full name. For the product, I would need to get it from here, the product, and you would do that for each one of your placeholders. The next action we're going to be using is this one called Apply Watermark. This is going to allow us to be able to add the watermark to our document. So what we're going to do is select which PDF document. Using the token picker, we would select the PDF file that we just created. You can also add a password. Here you're able to indicate which pages you want to add the watermark to. You can select manually or choose all of them. You're able to select where you want to add the watermark in the top left, top center, top right. I have chosen the middle center. You can choose the opacity. If it's at 0, it's going to be invisible, and if it's at 100%, it would be completely opaque. You can also rotate the watermark. Then you're able to select if the watermark is going to be text, HTML, or image. In this case, I have selected text, and I'm going to add the content here, laptops ink. You're able to select the color of the text, and you can even add a background color. You can choose from the options here, or you can also write a specific color name in these formats. Here you can change the font, as well as the text size, and then finally we would choose the file name. So I would put complete quote 4, and then the full name, which comes from the Zenfi form. Last but not least, we want to be able to send this document via email. So what we're going to do is use the send email Gmail action. What this is going to do is send an email from your Gmail account. So again, we would need to create a new connection. This is going to allow Zenfi to be able to send an email on your behalf. Who we're going to be sending it to, this would be the initiator email, meaning the person who submitted the form. To be able to retrieve that, you would go to your trigger, initiator, and email. Here you can add a sender display name. You can change the subject. As you can see, I have used a token picker. Quote requested for the name of the company. I use their full name. And here I have gone ahead and selected the attachment I want to use, which is from the previous action. So it would be this one right here. And those would be all the steps. So let's go ahead and fill out a test form so that we can see exactly how this would look. Okay, so I've gone ahead and started filling out the values of our form, and this is the one that we selected the lookup. As you can see, they're able to select from all of the values from our table. So I'm going to click on laptop. I put 9 as a quantity, so we're going to submit. And now if we go to our flow, we're going to be able to see that it has finished. It has gone ahead and sent the email, so let's go ahead and open up our email. Okay, this is what the email would look like. As we can see here, it replaced the information from the form. And as you can see, it has replaced all of the placeholders with the information that it needed to, either from the form or with calculations inside of our flow. And now it's also added our placeholder in the center. That would be everything. As you can see, it's very simple to be able to generate a quote with a custom watermark in PDF format. If you have any questions, you can leave them down in the comments section, and make sure to check out the rest of our YouTube videos where you'll be able to find different use cases for different scenarios using different triggers, different actions. Thank you so much for watching.